body. Hey, I don't know no better, I'm on this every day. You cannot run with me, boy, I'm a heavyweight. Baby, I know what's coming, I can barely wait.
The calendar may say autumn, but temperatures are still pretty sweltering here in North Florida. But the good news, the radar is clear. Still, hydration will be key today at TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the San Francisco 49ers and the Jacksonville Jaguars. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They'll run for the first time with Kareem Hunt. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Kareem Hunt, the ball. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here.
57 to mark. 57 to mark.
On second down now, it's Hunt. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
At the 39-yard line.
Second and 11. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got an open man. It's Gronkowski. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down.
At the 44-yard line.
Quick throw complete to Chart. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. That catch good for only a couple.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, it was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Flush to his right. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down.
That's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 3.
57. Mike, 57. Here we go, D. Get off the field. Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
They'll run. This is Hunt. Stays on his feet. Oh, he breaks another. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. Now it's Hunt. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
2nd and goal from the 1.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. No, street. Motion, motion. 56.
They'll try to run with Hunt, and he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Kareem Hunt with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jaguars drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Building confidence after a loss, that's a good way to do it. The loss last game, but first drive here in this one, cashing it in for 6.
And they can talk all they want about putting the loss behind them. I think that drive there did more than any conversation they had, don't you think?
That's exactly right. Puts that to bed. And this is what they said all week long. A lot of things they needed to do differently. But whatever they said appears to have worked. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Room to run at the 50. And he's going to take this all the way down inside the 40.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Daniel Carlson on for the field goal. A 50-yard attempt.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
49ers.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the post.
29-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
8 yards on the pickup.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Here's a toss right side for Hunt. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a third and very short. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
And finally, they get him to the ground, but it's all the way down at the Niners' 25-yard line. A big play on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards.
25-yard line.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. This is Hunt. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold them to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
In your face. 50 seconds to life.
On first down, it's Hunt. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Kareem Hunt with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game.
Makes the score Jaguars 14, 49ers 3. Stephen Gostkowski sets the kickoff.
Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. Taken in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
23-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 16 yards, a first down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
First down, 49ers.
Here we go. You get one, Lee. You get one.
They'll run with Sanders. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
He's tackled at the
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Here's Sanders. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. The final pick in this year's first round. This is Clyde Edwards-Helaire. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now arguably the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
He can run for it, and he will. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Buying time to his left. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Terry McLaurin, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers have cut it back within a score. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10.
That's the score. Jaguars 14, 49ers 10. Daniel Carlson set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. On the return, it's Tariq Cohen. And able to get this out to the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Marlon Davidson in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
Down San Francisco.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Will Dissly, the intended receiver. And it's second down.
It's second down and 10.
So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. And yet again, it's Garoppolo. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
Intended for DJ Moore. It's third down and 10 yards to go.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at third and 10. Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Garoppolo's pass intercepted. The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we are at halftime here on Halloween as we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Gostkowski set to kick off.
The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. Taking it about the 1. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah. Will they make up for it?
First down, 49ers.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. Now Sanders. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you. You're the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off that one behind the line of scrimmage?
9 good yards there on the run, and now third down.
On a second and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down.
13 yards there and a Niner first.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage.
No gain on
this defense against the run, by the way. They're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Over the middle, it's complete. And the Niners are going to be set up with a first and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
Here we go. 21. Here we go.
They'll try to run with Sanders. And across the chalk, into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown.
San Francisco.
Miles Sanders hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead.
Makes the score Niners 17. Jaguars 14.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
Quickly to Gronkowski. That's caught. And he will have a Jaguars first down. They needed 5 there on third down. He winds up getting 7.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. Now back to throw. It's complete. He's got Gronk. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. They go right back to him for 20 and a first. So from inside Niner territory now, this is first and 10 at the 43.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
The last run got 6. Now second and 4. They'll run again with Hunt. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down. It's been a remarkable day at the office for him running the football. Those yards just continue to pile well past 100.
And how about more than double-digit carries in the second half alone? That's what you want as a runner, because you've got to prove to your offensive line that you're going to be as tough as they are. They don't rotate in and out on every play. Running backs often do, so those who can stay out there with their offensive linemen, those are the guys they really value.
First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Watch the twist.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. DJ Chark, his 4th touchdown on the year. And once again, the Jaguars are back out in front. And partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do, because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Gostkowski the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game.
Steven
Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further, as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and 1.
Here we go.
On the jet sweep, here comes Moore. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
As a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. Try and throw on 3rd. He's going to look deep for Moore. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, 49ers. DJ Moore. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the 49ers have retaken the lead. Pretty good response. They had given up the touchdown and the lead, but they struck back.
And I love the way that they just saw it happen. Took a quick exhale on the sidelines. So let's go get it back and fast. Let's go ahead and throw the ball downfield and get our own 6 points.
A huge chunk play to regain that lead. Back now in Jacksonville, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. Here's Cohen now to return. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
On the return, the Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive, and they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. 1st down screen pass, good for 5.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
2nd and 5. He's got his big tight end, Gronkowski. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 34-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
34-yard line.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. That one is caught by Hunt. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. 3 yards to gain there, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 31-yard line.
Now a throw here, hauled in.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A Jacksonville 1st down on a pickup of 17.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed, too.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I think that run gives us evidence that the defense is getting a little bit tired out there. They've been out in the field for a long time, and that last run, they just cut right through them.
2nd and 6. This is caught. Gronkowski. And the Jaguars are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Kareem Hunt taking it in. And the Jaguars have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Makes the score Jaguars 28, 49ers 24. Stephen Gostkowski set to kick off.
Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and I think they are going to get this one back. Well, that would have been something. Double turnovers, but instead they'll keep the possession on the INT.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Another important 4th quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And he's going to have this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Niners' 43-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
57's the mic. Rock 57. Tackles. Tackle. Check 24. Check the 60. Check the 60.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. That's a gain of 4 here in the 4th quarter, with them leading by 4 on the scoreboard. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. He'll look to throw. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. It'll be spotted on the right hash, a 52-yard attempt. And this is going to wind up left. Well struck, but it's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. Now, this was still going to be a one-score game either way, but still, that's a potentially harmful miss here in the fourth.
It certainly is, because if you consider that now if they give up a touchdown, they give up the lead. So he might be getting the side-eye by the defenders coming out on the field now as he goes back to the bench after that miss.
Left side here to Sanders. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. On first down, Sanders not finding a whole lot as he'll get forward for about 3. They'll break the huddle and come out with 4 receivers, 3 of them to the right side, 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Jaguars' 38-yard line.
Back to throw, Garoppolo. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
And he finds McLaurin. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. He'll look to throw. His throw caught right around the 6. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
Touchdown.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners.
Daniel Carlson set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line.
At their own 44-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Well, this is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And that is going to seal this victory as time runs out.
Jaguars.
Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here. Coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
So for the Niners, the win here means it'll be a 7-1 first half of the season. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to the Windy City to take on the Bears. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.